Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you the team I used to get the current rank 1 score on the Icarus Crusade raid. So this team is a bit more advanced than the previous teams I showed. The previous teams are perfectly fine to just get your score, and if you can do the hell difficulty one, then you should be top 100 quite easy at the moment. There's not enough people in top 100 that have cleared full the hell raid, but this is more for trying to push for maximum or as high as possible on the score. But yeah, you don't have to actually do this thing, but I thought some people might be interested to know how it was done. So first off, the two tanks I'm using here they're purely here just to die, basically. So they're not leveled up and have no gear, and yeah, so whenever they'll taunt on their turns and they'll each die. Like the first one will be Ashlica. She'll die on the first round, and then Jacksui will taunt on the second round and then die on the first turn. And I'll go over why. I'll go over why in a second. Then the first new support I have here is Aevati, and she's here because when she goes to when her health reaches 50% or below, or actually I think it's just straight up below 50%, but she'll buff crit chance and crit damage for Bolina, so she's adding some extra damage from that skill. And then we have the other support, which is Zhaowu. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure, but she must crit. But more importantly, when two allies die, she'll dispel debuffs and increase crit damage by support power times 55%. So that's why I want tanks to die. So she'll do this after Jacksui has died. So this will be during the end of turn. Sorry, the end of round 2. And that means she'll buff Bolina for the start of the third round. And I'll go over that when we go through the turn orders. And then the other new unit is Illya. She also doesn't really do damage, so her gear is kind of irrelevant as well. I think, well, I'll put crit damage on her because I think the way her ability works is that it scales off her crit damage, but I'm not 100% sure because this wording is not correct. Well, for instance, I'm pretty sure she doesn't actually do silence, but whatever this is, it's buffing crit damage for Bolina. Well, everyone really, but it's primarily for Bolina. And I was guessing that it was based on her own overcapped crit damage, but I'm not 100% sure, or whether she just adds like crit damage. Well, actually, I don't know what the 20% is. That's the main thing. I'm not sure what this is scaling off, or if it's just straight out 20% crit damage that doesn't affect the cap, like the crit damage cap. I don't think I've reached the cap, but I'm not really. I haven't really looked too deeply into it. But it's still like it just adds like an extra amount of crit damage that doesn't get capped, pretty much. So the rest is pretty much the same. Xiaomeng is still in here to like get the HP down as low as possible. There is an element of RNG, so this is not 100% consistent. There is like a window where I believe Bolina might miss a crit somewhere, and if that happens, my score is like maybe 70k lower or something like that. So like instead of getting 1.85, I'll get 1.78 or 779 around there. So that's why I haven't got a new score with like the fully upgraded team. So basically, I got the current score maybe 3 days ago, when I had no RNG, like no bad RNG, and all my hits got had their crits, right? but I was at that point I was hitting 1.84 mil, but now I'm hitting 1.85. So this is the last day. I'm hoping I don't get unlucky, and then whatever the high score I get will be, yeah, that's what it'll be. It'll be 1.85 times 3 basically. So now I'll show the fight, and we'll go over the I'll try to like commentate the fight as we go. So start off, Ashlica will taunt, and then the boss will kill her. Jacksui will move, and then Tina buffs Bolina to do some hits. This will reduce her armor, and Bolina does a 4-hit attack, similar to Alice. So Alice is actually pretty good for this fight, if you need something to reduce armor. So yep, do a big chunk there. Now we'll do normal buffs, since the EX is not procced yet, because we're not quite there. Well, they weren't quite there when they were activating the turns. So Illya moves, and then Xiaomeng will move. She'll do a very small amount of damage here, because there's still quite a lot of armor and damage reduction. So now Jacksui is going to get hit and die. And now we're going to get our EX buffs, or after Bolina attacks. So Aevati will do her EX, and then Franca will heal back. And then Zhaowu will do her EX. One more buff. I think this might be a bridge run actually, like as in I think I missed a crit somewhere already, but we'll see. No, I didn't miss a crit, but it's not. I think the lowest I've seen is about 5k at this point, but it's not a huge difference. This is where the big chunk of damage is going to come from Bolina, from all those buffs, and then we should get 1.85. Yep. So this is in simulation, so this is not my daily one. So we'll just show the leaderboard. So this is the current leaderboard. So if I can get 1.85 times 3, you know, I'll get slightly more, but it's not going to be that big. But yeah, this is the team that I used. I won't bother to show the gear, because the gear is the same as the previous video, and the new units have no gear anyway, because it doesn't affect what they do. So there's no point showing any of that. So I'll leave it here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.